As we are all aware, the last class 8 class exited out of the to Form 1 last year. And this is the first time that we are having a grade 9 in what is our primary schools, where when we went round with the Presidential Working Party in 2022 and part of 2023, Kenyans, to an extent of 93%, recommended that we domicile our junior school in our current primary schools, because in the opinions of most of the Kenyans, is that the age of these kids was more appropriate being in our primary schools. And that is why Kenyans thought that their kids will be better managed in our primary schools. And as you are all aware, most of our primary schools, to the extent of almost 96%, are day schools. And therefore it was going to make it cheaper for our parents to have their children in primary schools, which are predominantly day schools, and therefore they would be operating from their homes. And as you are all aware, the whole concept of competence-based education in the early ages of our children, we would want them to have an enhanced engagement with their parents. The parental engagement is bigger at this age, and therefore it was well appropriate that we domicile them in our primary schools. And therefore we've been progressively moving from PP1, PP2. In 2019, we are all aware that we rolled out CBC at grade 3, and thereafter we've been moving forward. In 2022, we did our first CAPSEA, and therefore in 2023, we had our first transition from our primary schools to our junior schools at grade 7. And we are all aware at that time we were all trying to align ourselves on how our children were going to settle. We settled them. We were able to do the costing of grade 7 and junior school, and arrived at a capitation of 15,043. And we were able to also to distribute books to these children, and they were able to use facilities that were used for class 7 and class 8. So even last year when they progressed to grade 8, there was no challenge, because already there were classrooms. And I think again, Kenyans saying that we domicile junior school in primary school also gave us an opportunity, and it was a better and cheaper option, because it meant we were only going to create and build facilities for only one class, grade 9. Because if we had domiciled it at high school, then our current senior school is having 4 classrooms. That is Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, and Form 4. So if Kenyans had said we domicile in senior school, then it would have meant building 2 extra classrooms in that particular environment. So domiciling in primary, I think, was slightly a cheaper option, both in terms of maintaining our children and in terms of the infrastructure that we needed. Now coming to grade 9, which today we had our first day of grade 9. First lesson, first encounter, first contact with the teachers and with the pupils at that particular level. For us to be able to adequately settle our children, when we did an assessment, we realized that we needed 16,000 classrooms to be able to settle our children in grade 9. And when we looked at resources, looked at the way that we were going to do it, we engaged with our members of parliament, the National Assembly. We told them that we wanted to partner in developing classrooms. Together with our other development partners, we as Ministry of Education, we said that we were going to do 11,000 classrooms, and CDF would do for us the remainder of 5,000 classrooms. I would want to say that so far, CDF has done for us 3,000 classrooms, which are ready and available for use. There are still another 2,000 at various levels of development. CDF has a more elaborate way of approvals and going through the processes. The bureaucracies are slightly higher than what we have as Ministry of Education. But notwithstanding, they have already done 3,000 classrooms. We at the Ministry of Education, as of this morning, we have done 10,500 classrooms ready out of the 11,000 that we were to do. And by end of, within the next 5-6 days, we should have concluded our 11,000 classrooms. So that we can say confidently that we today have around 14,000 classrooms which are ready. The exact number is 13,500 classrooms that are ready for our children across the country. I want to also confirm that across the country, we have distributed 9.9 million books to our schools for all the learning areas on a ratio of 1:1. One book to every pupil in every learning area, in the 9 learning areas. So this I can confirm today. Any school that has not received books is not because books were not available. It is because maybe on the day that the books were being taken, either because the schools were closed, there was nobody to receive the books, but the books have been printed. 9.9 million books are already printed and in our schools. This morning I engaged with the chair of the Teacher Service Commission, and they have issued posting instructions to all the teachers, the 20,000 that were taken in for internship as additional teachers, the 46,000 teachers who are converted to permanent and pensionable, they already got their posting and confirmation letters. As you are aware, earlier, we had upgraded more than 10,000 teachers who are teaching in our primary schools. There is an assessment that they have already, an additional number again will be upgraded. But as we talk now, we have more than 80,000 teachers who can teach at our junior schools. We still, yes, have some shortage. We have not attained the numbers that we required, and we shall continue progressively within this time. Bring on more teachers, mainly on the science areas, to be able to support our junior school. But as we have already seen, I've been engaging with our regional directors the whole morning. The information that I have is that there has been quite smooth settling down of our junior school and generally our total school from grade 1 to grade 9. And as any challenges and teething issues come out, we are engaging our field officers, we are engaging our teachers. All our field officers, both from Teacher Service Commission and from the Ministry of Education, are working very closely, being coordinated by our NGAO, our National Government Administrative Officers. You can see I'm here with the Deputy County Commissioner, because these are people who are coordinating our field work and our field officers, so that we are all able to deliver as one in government.